What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the X-Transbots Caravaggio, their version of a Masterpiece hauler. So this character is kind of a little bit of a weird quirk in the Transformers lore. It's actually an animation error that turned into a story, and now there's a character behind it. But basically, it did appear in the cartoon, and then later he had a backstory that he was the 7th member of the Constructicons. So I bought this because I want to put it with my Constructicons, but I know that this is a good figure because I've reviewed Dante, so the design is pretty cool. But let's take a look at this box. Gets a nice artwork here. A little more here. It says, "A master lives in the world of transformation, not the world of loss and gain." Interesting. Then you got this same picture on the back. Nothing new there. Oh, I could have read this one. It's a lot easier. On the bottom, you do have a picture of Ground Bite. We just saw at TFCon Chicago 2022. So very cool. It looked pretty good. It was a early model, so not sure when it'll come out, but we'll see. I am interested in those two. Let's get this open. And I'm expecting good things because my first experience was also very positive. So let's see. We've got some accessories here. We've got the book. Okay. Here is the collector's card. Caravaggio. It's pretty dark on this one, but that's okay. Still looks pretty cool. Here's his tech specs and a bio. Very nice. Here's the instruction booklet. It's very different, the cover at least, from the typical. Here's the contents. Now this is a limited edition or limited release. They put out fewer than they did of the rest of their, their Dante and their, I forgot the name of their grapple, but here are the instructions. I believe it is almost identical. It looks like it's almost the exact same design. So I should be able to transform this very similar to the original. But here you go for the instructions. Then we get the accessories here. So let's take a look at these. Thank you for using Ziploc bag. Oh, no. I almost thanked them and then, let's see. Can you open it this way? Okay, good. Thank you for using a Ziploc bag. That's all I ask for in the future. Just put it in bags like this. Make me very happy. So I can reseal it if I need to. Alright, so you got the grappling hook here. It's spring loaded. It does have some movement on there. We'll take a look at that. You got the gun. And you got the alternate sort of yelling or upset face. And let's take this guy out. Take a look at him. Alright, and there we have Caravaggio in his vehicle mode. Really quite good looking. It does come with this collapse, so I'm just going to open this up. And you got the hook down here, nice silver. And it looks like a pulley here, so that's just really cool the way they did that. Same kind of details we got on Dante. The chrome bumper here, silver details, the rear view mirrors, which you probably have to fold out. Silver details up here, opening doors, and detail inside with the seats, steering wheel, and all of that. They really did a nice job on the look of this truck. Nice rubber tires, green plastic wheels, all the same details here on the side. As far as I can tell, everything looks the same with exception to this one piece here. So let's just show that off since that's the difference. So this will extend up to there for that first one, up to there for that one. And does this one open? Yeah, that one opens too. So it's pretty darn long. I knocked it off of here, but it's really big. That's about the height of it, or the length of it. It does rotate up on a ratchet. There's kind of two ratchets, so you just got to use the right one. There's this one here, and I'm not sure why this doesn't lock, but there's that one. And then I've heard some people have broken this. This one is working very nicely. Rotates very smoothly on that ratchet. So, happy with that. Me personally, I would display it like this, just kind of hanging off the end and looking like that. Very gorgeous figure. It does roll very smoothly. Nice heavy die cast rubber tires, so you get some nice rolling. You still get these effects here, so it looks something like that. Pretty cool looking. I really like how this crane looks and operates. And one other feature you have here in the vehicle mode is you can swap out this piece right here. So I believe you just pull this straight out. Make sure you pull it straight, don't pull it down or up, just straight out on this. And then lift up and out. So it's got a little groove right here. So to put this one in, same thing, lift up, get that inserted and passed. And it's a little tight. And once you get that in, then you can push it all the way in. And there you go with the crane feature. He can hold stuff. I guess I'll give him a spudger. But there you go. He can pick stuff up, and that's really cool. Nice little attachment there if you prefer to have that instead of the hook. And for comparison, there it is next to Dante. Obviously, very much the same except for this section right here. Little different details, and of course the ladder is replaced by the crane, but there you go. And for the comparison that I think everyone wants to see, there it is next to the Takara Tomy Masterpiece Grapple. Now, Takara never made a green repaint of their grapple. They never made a hauler. So this is the best we can do in terms of comparison. And this guy is actually the same mold as their Da Vinci, their version of grapple. So I can do a quick comparison here. So as far as the size, it is shorter in length, height, and width. The features, of course, same as Dante and Inferno. You got a lot more details and paint and overall just gimmicks on this one, whereas the Takara Tomy is more cartoon accurate. It does have a shorter boom. You really can't get it too far on this crane. And as far as the height, it goes up to there, and that's really all it will go because this piston kind of holds it back. This one I showed you earlier, it extends up to 2 feet, and it can go straight back and even behind the vehicle, so you get a lot more playability out of this. Additionally, the doors can open, so the vehicle mode here on this one is just a lot more fun. Now, I'm not planning to do a versus here because we don't have a hauler from Takara, but if I were to do one on the grapple, I think it would come out basically identical to the comparison I did with Dante and Inferno. All right, now let's get this guy transformed into his robot mode. Since it is the same transformation as the original Dante figure, we're going to do it in kind of a fast forward. I'll still show it to you, but I'm not going to talk you through it. But I will make a separate transformation video so you can follow along. But here we're going to get it faster just so we can cut the video a little bit shorter. So let's go. And there we have Caravaggio in his robot mode. It is absolutely gorgeous. They did a great job. The black and green looks great together. all the little details and accents. Just like on Dante, it looks good here in the robot mode. Now, if you're not a fan of all these accents, then you're not going to like this one either. But I gotta hand it to them. This is really well done. Transformation is fun and easy, just like Dante. No real differences other than this backpack here. This folds down slightly differently, but other than that, it is identical. Here's the back. Same stuff going on back here. But I love the details. I like the black here on the shoulders and the legs. All of that just looks great. As far as paint, it is the same amount of paint as the original. So you got paint here on this front, paint on the doors, paint on the face, of course. A little bit here on the mid-arm, and then on these die-cast feet. They're painted really well, and then you got the white here. But the rest of this is this shiny plastic that looks like it's painted, but it's not actually painted. Oh, and right here, this black piece right here is painted. Looks like it's green underneath. I can kind of see that, but either way, really, really gorgeous. It does have the same articulation, so I'll go really quickly. The head's on a rotating swivel, up to there, down to there. Rotates all the way around. Arms all the way around. Up to there on a ratchet. In and out movement on that butterfly joint. Rotation at the bicep. Double jointed elbow as long as you bend the bottom first. You get that. Hands are still the same. Not my favorite. They tend to pop out of here and they don't really lock into place. I kind of wish they would. The fingers are individually articulated. The pointer is separate and then the rest of the fingers are curled. So this one you can get slightly straight, but it's still curled at the end. Thumb is on a ball joint, and that's why I don't like these hands. They're just not the greatest. But moving on, we have a rotation at the waist, no ab crunch. Hip scrub is up to there, legs go up to there, back to there, out to the side, all on ratchets, really nice clicky ratchets. Rotation at the thigh. Single jointed knee gets you 90 degrees. There's a little cutout here so you can get that 90 degrees, so that's good. Ankle tilt. Both directions, ankle pivot both directions. Really nice movement on those legs. As far as accessories, you do get a couple of goodies here. You get his gun, just done in a black plastic. Same mold basically as the previous. There's the previous. And it fits in the same way. I still don't like these hands, but it does work. You can't hold that, and it does look good. And you also get an alternate head sculpt here. So here's the stock one that's on there. It looks a lot like the Dante head. If we twist this and lift it up, I do think this is a nice looking face. But here's the alternate, and it looks like a unique head here. I like the way they did this. So you get a unique head for this character. I think is if you are buying all of these, that's kind of important, but that looks really good. Really nicely done. And for size comparison, there it is next to MP44 Optimus Prime and the Takara Tomy Grapple. And same things we saw, same differences that we got with the Dante and Inferno. He's taller, but still shorter than MP44. But there you go for comparison. And for comparison, there it is next to the Toy World Devastator. And yeah, the colors are different. This one's a lighter green. This is a much richer and deeper green. But this is how I'm going to display him. I just think he looks cool as the 7th member of the Constructicons. Now, if you have them in vehicle mode, maybe even cooler, but I just wanted to show you that. There you go. So final thoughts on the X-Transbots Caravaggio. Let's start with the positives. I think this looks great once again in both vehicle mode and robot mode. The color scheme really works, the black and the green and the silver accents. I like all the extra details. Sometimes the extra details can distract, but on this particular robot, it does look great, just like it did on Dante. Overall, it's got the same articulation and features as the Dante figure, with the exception to you've got this additional crane, and then obviously this is different than the ladder. It doesn't really bother me, honestly, the fact that this is on the backpack. I know that Takara cleans up so much nicer, and the fact that it folds up into the backpack. But I gotta admit, unless I'm looking at the back of this figure, it doesn't bother me. Even from the front, it does kind of show through here, but it's not, I mean, it really is fine, especially if you're trying to differentiate this character from the other two in your collection. Now, as far as negatives, it is about the same as the previous. The hands are not good. One, they just don't peg in securely, and then two, the fingers aren't very well done. But that's it. That's really my only complaint. It's a single complaint I had on Dante. I highly recommend this figure if you're a fan of the Hauler character and you want one for your collection. This is about the only one other than, I think, MMC made one, which was an exclusive. Now, that is pretty hard to get at this point. So if you're looking for one, this is a good one to pick up. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.